Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is made possible by Edward Jones financial representative Jason Rainey, Al Lentz of FC Tucker Realtors, Pro Rehab, United Fidelity Bank, Ars Cafe and Catering, Wabash General Hospital, and by Wabash Valley College. Now, Gibson Southern Titan Football, a special sports production of the Wabash Valley College Radio, TV, and Digital Media Department and 89.1 The Bash.
It's a packed house here at Jack Jill Memorial Field on the campus of Gibson Southern High School in Fort Branch, Indiana, as the Gibson Southern Titans play host to the Heritage Hills Patriots in the 3A Sectional 32 championship game. Cole Carter alongside Kyler Gammon. The Gibson Southern Titans are 10-1 on the season, coming off a big sectional semifinal win last week over Salem, 56-21. They play host to conference rival, the Heritage Hills Patriots. Kyler, this is the fourth straight year where these two teams play twice in the season and in the sectional. Titans got them last year. Patriots got them back in 2019. When these two teams play, it's always a fun matchup.
It is always a fun matchup, and Coach Wright alluded to that on Tuesday night, where it seems like that they always butt heads and they always play at least twice all the time, especially in the regular season and postseason play. But man, this is what you want. It feels like the Heritage Hills Patriots and Gibson and the Titans, just like as you said, always face each other, but nothing bigger than a sectional championship here in Fort Branch, Indiana tonight.
Well, these two teams met in the sectionals last year in the first round. Titans won that game 28-10. They met earlier this year, and the Titans won that one by a score of 42-3. So, Kyler, if there's one thing that you can't do in this ball game, it's overlook that score of that game from earlier in the year, because this Heritage Hills team is playing better. They have not lost since that loss to Gibson Southern.
They haven't, and Coach Hart also alluded to that. They put a new starting quarterback, which is massive because technically you don't have film on that kid playing quarterback. So this should be a whole new Heritage Hills team. But man, my key really of the game is Gibson Southern's defense against Heritage Hills' running offense. Everybody knows that Heritage Hills loves to run the football. They like to slow down the game, slow down the clock, kind of keep the momentum and keep the time of possession on the Heritage Hills side. So with that, that's gonna be my key of the game is Gibson Southern's defense going against this Heritage Hills offense. If Gibson Southern's keys can be in the right place at the right time, not get caught up on the misdirections or handoffs or whatever the trickery Heritage Hills might enforce on their plays, Gibson Southern should be in great position to win this football game tonight.
We mentioned that rushing attack by Heritage Hills. That's, Coach and Carr alluded to earlier in the year. He kind of compared it to what we see from the Naval Academies there at the college level. The under center, they run the option. This Patriot team is not going to throw the ball a whole lot, and that might not be a good thing for them because this Titans run defense has been tremendous this season.
And also, we don't know. Technically, the game has not started yet, so who knows? They may come out and start slinging the rock. We don't know. We're not on Heritage Hills' side. If we really had to bet on it, probably not. That's probably not is going to happen. But, also, I'm going to be kind of interested to see how Heritage Hills responds. If they look at Salem's film, that's what Salem did. Salem, last week, they ran the ball early, could not get that going. I mean, Gibson Southern shut that down on the first drive quicker than you could imagine. I believe Salem actually lost yards on that first drive. So Salem made the adjustment mid-game, started throwing the ball, and we had a heck of a first quarter last week. So I think it's going to be interesting how Heritage Hills really responds early, because I know that they have a great program, great coach, and I know that they know of what needs to take place for them to beat Gibson Southern tonight.
And especially in a game like this where your season's on the line, you go back to that Mount Vernon game a couple of weeks ago, we knew that we were going to see a lot of trickery from the Wildcats, something different, and they threw everything in the kitchen sink at the Titans. And it might be the same case here for the Patriots. Might see them do something completely different because they know their backs are against the wall and the odds are against them.
Yeah, everybody knows that Heritage Hills is the underdog in this matchup, especially if you just look on Twitter. Everybody's talking about it. Gibson Southern's obviously the favorite, but Coach Hart is so great of keeping his guys 1 week at a time, and that is the total right mindset. You can never, ever, ever, and I think it's your mistake that if you just try to overlook a team just because you beat them in the regular season, that doesn't matter. That really does not matter in the grand scheme of things. It never has, and it probably never will. So what's going to matter is tonight, how is Gibson Southern going to execute on defense especially, but I'm also going to be looking at their offense, seeing what guys can kind of get in the mix. We saw Isaac O'Neal made that heck of a catch last week for Gibson Southern to lead them to a scoring drive. Caden Hurlis has stepped up in a couple of ways. Obviously, Roy Hurlis, everybody knows that. So for both sides of the ball, Gibson Southern, they just have to execute against a well-coached Heritage Hills ball team.
And you mentioned that point, Kyler, of this Titan team is very used to being the favorite in the games they've played. They've been favored in, I assume, every game they've played this year. Probably not that South Warren game if you really want to look into the stats of that. But in every game they've played this year, especially on the conference level, they've been the favorites, and they really haven't come out flat in any of these games. My Pittsburgh Steelers, I love them, but they are so bad against playing teams that are not as good as them. But the Titans has not been the case. They have been able to put their foot on the pedal and take care of business week in, week out.
And also, too, with that, we've had a running clock every single game. Yeah. Every single game, postseason or not, we have had a running clock, which I have never. And we always joke around with Gordy or a board up saying that has to be a record because I really think it has to be. But nonetheless, I'm really excited for tonight. I'm really excited to see what Coach Hart did, kind of different from the first matchup. Another thing, too, we weren't here for that first matchup. Yep. If you want to be technical, we had some other things going on in our life. So Kyle Peach was here for that, or excuse me, it was Bob Bowser who was there for that one that night. But nonetheless, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Gibson Southern brings to the table, but I'm also going to be looking at what can Heritage Hills bring to the table and try to get Gibson Southern off their keys tonight.
Titans going for their first sectional championship since 2015. Yes, it's been that long. 6 years the last time the Titans won a sectional. We'll step aside. We come back, we'll have the starting lineups for you. It's Gibson Southern and Heritage Hills, the sectional championship, and it's right here on 89.1 The Bash.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana, Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89.1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Titan postseason football is underwritten by Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in memory of Linda Folsom. Al Lentz and the team at FC Tucker Realtors wish head coach Nick Hart and the Titans all the best in the postseason. For all your real estate needs, Al Lentz can be reached by phone at 812-598-3742 or online at allentz.fctuckermd.com. Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in loving memory of Linda Folsom and a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans. This broadcast of Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is underwritten by Pro Rehab.
Did you know you can refer yourself to Pro Rehab? It's called Direct Access. You no longer need to call your provider for a referral. Now the first step is up to you. If you have pain or an injury, call them. Direct Access means Pro Rehab is just a phone call away.
Pro Rehab is a proud underwriting sponsor of Gibson Southern Titan football here on 89.1 The Bash. Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome.
Welcome back to the Jewel Sectional 32 Championship as the Gibson Southern Titans run onto the field as they host the Heritage Hills Patriots here in the Sectional Championship. Titans going for the first sectional crown since 2015. It is their first sectional championship game appearance since 2018. They lost that one to Memorial, 56-28. That year the Tigers went on to lose the state championship. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, let's meet the starting lineups for Gibson Southern. First on the offensive side, the offensive line. Left tackle, number 63, Cade Virgin. Left guard, number 72, Sloan Cox. Ryan Holzmeyer, number 66, is the center. The right guard, number 78, Jacob Bales. Freddie Toth is the right tackle, number 70. At tight end, Ben Luttrell, number 7. And the wide receivers, Isaac O'Neill, Rory Helsley, Braden Malone, and Caden Hurtless. Sean DeLong is the running back. And the quarterback, the Purdue commit, Brady Allen. First on the offensive side, Kyler, this offensive line has improved mightily throughout the past 5 or 6 weeks.
They have. I mean, if you just look at the Columbus North game, week 1, they really struggled because Columbus North kind of sent some heat, and Gibson Southern's O-line really kind of had to get adjusted to that. And since then, and especially since that South Warren game where South Warren just sent a lot of heat toward Gibson Southern, a lot of teams have looked at that and tried to mimic that as well. But since then, I mean, we've had running backs like Sean DeLong and Adrian Lukeman pick up their blocks on incoming blitzes. But the O-line overall, just like as you said, has played tremendous. I mean, night and day different since what it did back in week 1.
One injury on the offensive side for Gibson Southern is Cole McKee. He's been out since that Mount Vernon game back in week 7, but a lot of guys have stepped in to fill his spot and done a great job, including Braden Malone, guys like Peyton Ronders, even Sean DeLong going out in the slot, picking up some slack there with the injury to Cole McKee. Now on the defensive side, on the front 7, Ty Whitledge, the defensive tackle, Jacob Kemp, the defensive tackle as well. Ben Luttrell and Aiden Barrett are the defensive ends. The linebackers, Logan Maurer, Levi Dickerson, and Adrian Lukeman. In the no-fly zone, the back 4 defensive backs, Braden Malone, Drew Foster, Peyton Rogers, and Noah Bryant. And Kyler, when you're facing a running team like Heritage Hills, we talked about it, that front 7, these linebackers, these defensive linemen, going to have to play a big part.
This game is going to be dominated at the line of scrimmage. The offensive lines and defensive lines, this is where the game will be won, because we're assuming, just like as we said, we're not sure if Heritage Hills is going to throw the ball much, if they do. So with that, I alluded to it in the pregame show. This game is going to be won to the line of scrimmage. The offensive defensive lines, they're going to have to win their battles for Gibson Southern if they want to win this ball game tonight. I mean, look at the passing numbers here, and this isn't the up-to-date stats, but just to kind of give you an idea, Heritage Hills has only passed the ball in my stats here 46 times between both of their quarterbacks, whereas they've ran the ball about 396 times. So, those are the updated stats as of today, but the stats that we have, I mean, that just shows you the clear picture of what this Heritage Hills football team is.
Yeah, this Heritage Hills team has really not been a passing team since, probably early 2000s when a guy named Jay Cutler was throwing the ball around for them, but since then, they've been a running team, a very run-dominant team, especially this season. And an 8-2 record for Heritage Hills, a very good season. There are only 2 losses to Gibson Southern, of course, earlier in the year, and then Mount Vernon back in week 1. We mentioned it a couple of times throughout the season. I bet if this Heritage Hills team met Mount Vernon again later in the year, it'd be a different outcome. That's just kind of how this team has improved throughout the past 10 weeks. So by the reaction of the Heritage Hills sideline, I believe they won the toss. They are going to receive the opening kickoff. Titans will go left to right here in the first quarter, wearing their maroon tops and maroon bottoms, white helmets, as Heritage Hills in their away white jerseys with maroon pants, the red helmets with the old New England Patriots logo. Just a reminder, this is Gibson Southern football on 89.1 WVJC FM, Mount Carmel, Illinois, as well as online at bashradio.com. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon is the sectional 32 championship here in 2021, and we are excited to bring it to you. We'll have some other scores from around the area and other sectional championships going on this evening as well. Kicking this one off for Heritage Hills will be Austin Hill. He's a senior. In deep 4, Gibson Southern is Braden Malone and Michael Herron back at around their own 5-yard line.
Gibson Southern's offense, let's see how they respond early. I mean, it's sectional championship, you've got to respond kind of quickly here and make a statement early on.
So I was wrong earlier. It is the Titans that will get the ball to start this football game. Patriot fans getting loud across the way, and we are underway. Arching kick picked up by Bray Malone at the 8-yard line. Malone runs across the 15 out of the 20. He'll be brought down right at the 20-yard line, maybe to the 21 with forward progress. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern. And Kyler, these first 12 minutes are really going to say a lot about how this game is going to go. If Heritage Hills wants a chance to win this ball game, got to get some stops early on, got to score. But if you're the Titans, this team has been very good at getting out into big leads early.
It is. I mean, they've really done that all year long, except for South Warren. They've really done that all year long of getting out fast, starting off fast, the up-tempo offense, get Heritage Hills on their heels early. And I'm expecting Heritage Hills to kind of play with that spread defense, obviously to match with Gibson Southern's spread offense.
Spread offense right here, 5 wide for Brady Allen of the shotgun. 1st down and 10. Allen to pass, looks to his right, throws to his right, caught by Helsley. He turns upfield, is going to be taken down with forward progress at about the 26-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup there from Allen to Helsley, brings up 2nd down.
If I'm Gibson Southern, I want to win on 1st down. Not try to get in 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3, but get 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. Win 1st down so that you have a better chance of getting the 1st down and moving the chains.
They called a 4-yard gain, now 2nd and 6 for Gibson Southern at their own 25-yard line. Allen back to pass on 2nd down. Looks right now, looks left. He wants to take off, and he will throw it across the field, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Braden Malone. Good coverage there by Heritage Hills. We really have not seen a lot of teams have good coverage against this very talented Titan wide receiving core. The Patriots do there. Brings up 3rd down and 6 with 11-12 left here in the first quarter. Titans go 4 receivers out wide to the left. Isaac O'Neal by himself on the right side. Allen by himself in the shotgun on 3rd down and 4. Allen feels the pressure on his right side but gets away. Steps up, throws one down the field, and it's underthrown, incomplete. Looking for Adrian Lukman. And for the first time since that South Warren game back in week 4, the Titans will start the game with a 3-and-out.
Obviously, this is a sectional championship. Butterflies might be kind of rolling right now in the players. I mean, this is a huge moment for the guys. Just let them get settled. This is, first drive, get that out of the way. Now, how can Gibson Southern's defense respond to Heritage Hills' offense? This is a well-coached Heritage Hills ball club.
Caden Hurlis, a low line drive punt, not a good one off his foot, but it will take a Titans roll, and it will keep on rolling to about the 32-yard line of Heritage Hills. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Patriots. Well, the Patriots defense got the stop they were looking for out the gate, and now the question is, can the offense drive down the field, take some time off the clock, and really kind of the key is keep Brady Allen on the sideline. Exactly.
And I guarantee you that's what Heritage Hills' game plan is. Slow the game down with their running game if they can, control the clock, control the football, and if they do that, they just want to keep Gibson Southern's offense off the field to kind of make it a shootout even.
10:55 left here in the first quarter. 1st down and 10 for Heritage Hills at their own 32-yard line. The quarterback is Luke Rickelman. He's a senior, and he's in the shotgun, and he's going to pass here on 1st down. Throws out in the flat. It's going to be caught and brought down right away. A nice tackle made by Drew Foster. Loss of a yard there on the play. It was number 5, Preston Coop, who made the catch. Brings up 2nd down and 11.
And just as we kind of expected, Heritage Hills coming out in a different offensive formation. They kind of went 2 running backs out to Rickelman's right and left.
And the shotgun.
Yeah, pretty much in the shotgun with the 2 running backs. This is kind of the new formation, but it looks like that they're going back under center.
Now back to the more traditional under center formation for Heritage Hills. 2nd down, 11. Scoreless game here in the first quarter. Rickelman runs the option on the right side. Run with the football is going to be number 9, Skylar Staples. And he's going to take it out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And Staples runs it up to the 38 to bring up 3rd down and about 4 here for the Patriots.
This is a big 3rd down for the Gibson Southern defense. Obviously, it's the first quarter and first drive, but how are they going to respond early? That's really what I'm looking at. Can Gibson Southern as a whole, as a team, get the momentum early and rally around it and lead them to the victory later?
9:45 left here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 4 for Heritage Hills. Rickelman under center. They run the option again. Running left side with a defender in front. Logan Maurer all over it. Going to be a 4th down. Great play by Logan Maurer in the backfield. They try to go with the option. That was number 3, Shane Staples, the ball carrier. A huge loss on the play. Brings up 4th down and long, and on comes the Patriot punt team.
We've said it time and time again. You are not going to successfully run the football against this Gibson Southern defense. It just will not happen. Logan Maurer played that pitch perfectly. Did not commit to the pitch one way or the other to the quarterback. He played it right, played in the middle, and was able to get the big stop.
A short, high punt, going to take a bounce right at the 46-yard line, and then we'll take a Heritage Hills bounce, and it's going to be down now. The Patriots trying to argue that the Titans touched it, but they did not. Ball is down at the Titan 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern with 8:54 left here in the first quarter of play. So both teams trading punts on their first drive. And Kyler, really, now we're going to see what these teams are made of here on the second possession.
Exactly. Both teams have kind of gotten gotten the game situation. Butterflies may be looming. But this is the real deal. This is a sectional championship. And let's see how Gibson Southern's offense can respond.
1st down and 10. Allen hands it off to Sean DeLong up the middle, and that play gets blown up right away. That was number 55 on the tackle for Heritage Hills, Hunter Coley, who shot the gap and brought down DeLong for a gain of about half a yard up to the 45-yard line. 2nd down and 10 now for Gibson Southern. Titans go 2 receivers left and 1 to the right, 2 running backs behind Brady Allen. Moves along in motion, bobbles a snap, throws left in the flat, caught by DeLong across the 45-yard line, and Sean DeLong out towards midfield. About a 6-yard pickup there. Brings up 3rd down and 5 here for Gibson Southern. Kyler, we saw there in the backfield, both Lukeman and Sean DeLong.
And I think that's going to be really a big key to this game. Have that thunder lightning punch right there to you. And right now as we speak, Sean DeLong coming off the field with Adrian Lukeman staying in. Adrian Lukeman, that downhill type of runner. Let's see if he can pick up the first down here for Gibson Southern.
Third down along 4. Lukeman doesn't get the call. It's a play-action pass. Throwing the flat. Caught by Malone. Blockers in front. The 45, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Gibson Southern. There are no flags on the field, and the Titans strike first. A 50-yard catch and run by Braden Malone.
And give credit to the receivers for Gibson Southern on that play. They can make plays catching the ball, but they can make plays blocking for their guys as well. Caden Hurlis, Rory Heltzley made tremendous blocks for Braden Malone, and Braden Malone just using his athletic speed down the right sideline. Goodbye. See you later. Gibson Southern on top first.
Titans have thrown numerous wide receiver screens this season. A lot of them have been going to Rory Heltzley. That time they go to the near side of the field to Braden Malone, who made the catch. Took it in from 50 yards out. The Titans strike first with 7:51 left here to go in the first quarter of play. Chris Spear to attempt the extra point. And this kick is up, and that kick is good. So with under 8 to go here in the first quarter, it's Gibson Southern 7, Heritage Hills nothing here in the sectional championship. It's a packed house here at the Jewel. We'll step aside on your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
Underwriting support for Titan football from Ours Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At Ours, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. Ours Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Mike up. Touchdown number 5 on this season for Braden Malone. Touchdown pass number 43 for Brady Allen in this 2021 season. A 50-yard catch and run by Malone makes it 7-0 Gibson Southern. 7:51 left here in the first quarter of play. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. Gordy Limp is back at the 89-1 The Bash studio. Kyler, a pretty good answer right there on that drive for Gibson Southern.
That's the perfect answer if you went for Gibson Southern's offense. Having to force a punt on their first offensive drive, like I said, kind of just getting settled in the ball game. But also give credit to Heritage Hills' defense on that. Gibson Southern gets on the board first.
Kickoff return here for the Patriots from the 10-yard line. It's going to be number 9 running it out. Skylar Staples to across the 30, taken down at the 31-yard line. So we saw the Heritage Hills offense get stuffed for a 3-and-out on their first possession after forcing a Gibson Southern 3-and-out. But we'll see if the Titans can answer. This is a big possession for Heritage Hills because what you don't want to do against this Titan team is get the ball right back to them and possibly go down by a couple of scores.
Well, with the way that Heritage Hills' offenses ran, they've only passed one time so far. So if they're just going to keep running it, they're in a shootout now, kind of, especially if they're just being a running offense and trying to control the clock. Heritage Hills has to respond on this drive.
Patriots go back in the shotgun here. Rickelman, the quarterback, will keep it. They run the option, or Rickelman was stuffed right away. They tried to run the option, but Rickelman taken down to the backfield. I believe that was Ty Whitledge who got to him. Brings up second down and long. Loss of 4 there on the play.
We've said it, numerous times, Cole, and this would be a really big test of, Gibson Southern's run defense has proved it's been legit, but, this is a true running team here, so this is kind of a huge test, and Gibson Southern's defense just not letting Heritage Hills do anything with the football.
7:10 left here in the first quarter of play. 7-0 Titans. Rickelman to pass here on second down. Throws over the middle. It's going to be caught. Levi Dickerson with the tackle as Shane Staples made the catch. Got about 5 yards there back across the regular line of scrimmage. They call it a gain of 6 up to the 34-yard line. So 3rd down and 9 here for Heritage Hills on their second possession of the game.
It's tremendous, Cole, how fast Levi Dickerson just flies to the football. I know we say his name a lot, but the stats show it. He's in on every single tackle, every single one.
3rd down and 9 here for Heritage Hills. 6.5 left here in the opening quarter. Rickelman back to pass, throws to his right side. Incomplete, knocked away. Adrian Lukeman on the coverage. He was looking for his tight end, number 89, Jesse Weatherholt. Going to be another 3-and-out here for the Patriots. On comes the punt team.
Gibson Southern, other than that first drive, I mean, the only negative part about this Gibson Southern team so far is the fact that they went 3 and out on their first drive. Ever since then, so far, they've been rolling in this first quarter.
6:24 left here in this first quarter. 7-0 Titans. And the second punt here by the Patriots, a high punt. Going to take a bounce right at the 41, and Malone will let it roll back. It's going to take a Heritage Hills bounce all the way back to the Titan 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern at that 25-yard line. Titans put together a good-looking drive last time. They capped it off with a 50-yard catch and run on a wide receiver screen from Brady Allen to Braden Malone. But really on that drive, Kyler, Patriots had the Titans on a 3rd and medium there. This Patriots defense has not looked that bad early on.
I was just about to allude to that. I mean, their first drive, they gave Gibson Southern a 3 and out and had to punt it, which Gibson Southern has not done very much this year. Heritage Hills defense, I mean, they're flying to the football, and really, I mean, Braden Malone just costed them with his speed on that touchdown drive.
1st down and 10, Allen to pass, those right side, caught by, this is to be Rory Heltzig on the wide receiver screen, and Rory's going to roll his way for a gain of 5 up to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 5 coming up. Back to those short passes there. I think that might be part of just kind of letting Brady get warmed up. You know, early in this game, it's cold. You know, obviously in these November games, takes a little bit of time to get that arm warmed up.
Also to note, Levi Dickerson in there, kind of like a tight end wing set.
On the shotgun here on 2nd down, back to pass again. Brady looks left, throws left, going to be caught. That's Heltzig again at the 40-yard line now, taken down at the Titan 38. 1st and 10, Gibson Southern.
Brady just being patient in the pocket. Other than being pressured about that one time on that first drive, he's really had all day to throw. Really hasn't seen a ton of pressure in his face. Brady Allen is rolling right now with the football. 4
receivers out wide to the right of Allen and 1 to his left. That one to the left side is Heltzig. Allen throws out left side, caught by Heltzig at the 45, trying to turn up field. He'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Still got about 7 yards there. Brings up 2nd and 3. Patriots are going single coverage on Heltzig out wide, and they were playing about 10 yards off, so Allen really a quick pass right to Rory and picked up 7 yards there.
I'm assuming that they're just trying not to let up the big play early on and really just get down in this ballgame early. I'm assuming that that's what Heritage Hills' game plan is on defense.
Allen takes a snap here on 2nd down. Quarterback draw up the middle. Allen gets it across the 45-yard line, and he'll be close to a 1st down near midfield. Lost the ball at the end, but it did go out of bounds. And they're going to say that's enough for Gibson Southern 1st down up to the 50-yard line with 4:53 left here in the first quarter and a 7-0 Gibson Southern lead.
We're seeing Brady Allen and a lot of this empty set here on this drive. But I guess if it's working, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Patriots only have 3 down linemen defensively. Allen to pass, looks right, throws right, got a man open. That's caught by Hose at the 35-yard line. Hurlis brought down right at the 35. That's a Gibson Southern 1st down, gain of 15 up to the Patriot 35.
This empty set is really lethal because if Heritage Hills tries to play that short pass, and Brady had a pump fake right there on the short pass, they've got guys wide open in the middle of the field.
3 stack receivers left side for Brady Allen. Dickerson in front of him, DeLong behind him. Allen hands it off to DeLong on the right side. Nice room for Sean across the 30. Tripped down at the 29. Call it the 28 of Heritage Hills. About a 6-yard pickup there. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Sean DeLong gets really dangerous once he gets in that 2nd and 3rd level. And he's a shorter back, obviously, so it's kind of tough for guys to make a tackle on him and make a play. And he's also very, very quick.
Allen, 2nd down and 4, hands it off to DeLong again on the right side. Sean looking for running room, and he'll get a couple yards up to about the 26-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 here for Gibson Southern. We'll see what Nick Hart wants to go to here. 4 minutes left in a fast-paced first quarter. And this is where we see that, you want to see Adrian Loopman in the ball game. He's in there. Probably just a run up the gut here. Dickerson as a fullback in front of Allen. Allen takes a snap, hands off to Loopman left side. Loopman is not going to get there. Great job by the Patriots front 7 pursuing Adrian Loopman. Might have lost a yard there. Brings up 4th down and a long 2 here for Gibson Southern. Of course, 4-down territory where you're at on the field. They're at the Heritage Hills 28-yard line.
They're going for it.
Yeah, they're going to go for it, of course. I think it was more a matter of what formation do you want. They're going to go fully spread here. DeLong in the slot left side. 3 receivers to the right of Brady Allen on 4th down and 3. Patriots bring pressure. Allen throws a deep ball. Far sideline. It is going to be caught for a Gibson Southern touchdown. That's Rory Helsley. What a throw by the Purdue commit, Brady Allen.
That's the best throw I've ever seen Brady Allen throw in a Gibson Southern uniform. That was incredible.
28 yards from Brady Allen to Rory Helsley. That is the 20th time those two guys have connected for a touchdown this season. What a throw. Patriots brought the pressure. Brady was falling backwards. Just closed his eyes and said, Rory's got to be down there somewhere, and he was. Chris Spear to attempt the extra point with 3:26 left here in the first quarter. Spot is down, kick is up, and that kick is good. Gibson Southern leading the Patriots 14-0 here in the sectional 32 championship game. We'll step aside on your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
Hello, sports fans. At United Fidelity Bank, we make it easy to bank with us. Our in-person friendly service provides peace of mind and worry-free banking. We offer checking and savings accounts with no hoops and no hassles and provide you the ability to bank anytime with our easy-to-use online banking platform. Our mobile app allows you access to your accounts on the go, and you can skip the trip to the bank with our mobile deposit. Plus, our business banking products are tailored to help your business grow. We invite you to come see the difference at United Fidelity Bank.
Back here at the Jewel, Gibson Southern leading Heritage Hills in the sectional 32 championship game 14-0. A 28-yard touchdown pass from Brady Allen to Rory Helsley. That might have been the nicest pass I've seen Brady Allen throw in his 4 years here at Gibson Southern. But the Titans are feeling pretty good here in the first quarter. 3:26 to go in the opening frame. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon with you. Here's the kickoff. Titans going left to right here in the first quarter. Staples from the 5-yard line here for Heritage Hills on the far sideline running right. He's got some running room across the 40-yard line. And he puts a shoulder down, taken down all the way near midfield. So, Kyler, you go back to a week ago, it was 14-0 Titans. Salem got a good kickoff return that eventually led to a touchdown. A nice return there by Staples of about 44 yards and good field position here for the Patriots.
That's really what the Patriots needed after being down 2 possessions already. But one thing to note here, unofficial stats, by the way, as we're trying to keep track of it as we go along, but we believe that Heritage Hills so far in this ball game, and unofficial, by the way, so this, do not quote me on this, but we believe that they have -4 yards rushing.
That's probably correct.
That's incredible. I mean, considering the fact that this is Heritage Hills' running offense, they have -4 yards rushing.
First and 10 at their own 48-yard line here for the Patriots. Brooklyn gives it up the gut, and that will get them in the positive range. About a 4-yard pickup there on the fullback dive. Trying to see who that was, the ball carrier. That was number 25 there. It's going to be Blake Duttlinger, the ball carrier. 35, actually. Evan Bowling. A 3-yard gain there on first down in the Titans' territory. 2nd and 7 here for the Patriots. They go spread here. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right of Rickelman in the shotgun. 1 running back on each side of Rickelman. He's back to pass here on 2nd down. Feels the pressure, throws one out in the flat. It's incomplete. Looking for Staples there, a little bit high. Nice coverage by Levi Dickerson. Probably a good thing he dropped that ball. 3rd down and 7.
I was just about to say, if Staples caught that ball for Gibson Southern, that may have been a hit stick.
If I'm running a route, number 43 in the maroon and yellow is not the guy I want to see when I'm catching the ball. 2:38 left here in the first quarter. 14-0 Gibson Southern. We'll try to have some scores for you here over the next few minutes. A lot of sectional championships going on tonight. Patriots the line of scrimmage here on 3rd down and 7. Play clock down to 3. Rickelman by himself in the shotgun, back to pass. Rolls out to his right, looking left, now throws it over the middle of the field. Almost intercepted. Braden Malone jumped it, dropped it, and it's 4th down.
And Braden Malone read that all the way, made a tremendous break on it. That's a tough one. He'll want that one back, but nonetheless, it's 4th down.
So if you're Todd Wilkerson, you have some decision-making to make here. Do you want to go with the field position game and try to get the Titans in their own territory? That's what they're going to do. They're going to bring out the punter. Dakota Borsey to punt this one away, and Malone will go back to his own 10-yard line. So trying to go field position game here instead of getting the first down. Not a bad punt by Borsey. Malone calls a fair catch, and he makes the fair catch at his own 10.5-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern with 2:27 left here in the first quarter. And Kyler, the Patriots are really in the spot they didn't want to be. Titans have the ball up 2 scores and a chance to make it 3.
If you're Gibson Southern, you really feel like that you're in the driver's seat.
Oh, yeah.
I know it's only 2-possession game, but if you look at, if you kind of dive deeper into it, like I said, Heritage Hills, they really haven't passed a whole lot, and whenever they have, it's just not really effective early on, if I'm just being honest. So now they're trying to get the running game going. They just can't because this Gibson Southern run defense is so great, and Gibson Southern's offense is really rolling.
1st down and 10, DeLong the carry up the middle, and Sean will pile ahead for about a 2-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd down and 8, but you can tell the Titans are trying to get that run game involved with Lukeman and with Sean DeLong. Sean had a great game last week against Salem, pushed him over the 1,000 all-purpose yards mark on the season. Just a sophomore, Sean DeLong. 2 receivers each side of Brady Allen here on 2nd down and 8. Titans lead 14-0. Allen to pass, looks right now, looks left, now scrambles out left. He might take off, and he will take off. Blockers in front across the 30-yard line, or across the 25-yard line out of bounds near the 27. Going to be a 1st down for Gibson Southern.
That's one thing that I think we kind of need to pay attention to is, especially on that Braden Malone play, I mean, that was really why he scored, was the blocking of the wide receivers and blocking of this team in general on the offensive side of the ball is great. You want receivers that can only catch the ball, but you need them to block for other guys to make plays as well.
And the shotgun Allen on 1st down and 10. Brady takes a snap, back to pass, looks left, throws a deep ball. Far sideline, Helsley's there, but he just overthrew him by a yard. Helsley might have had green grass in front if he brings that one down. And it's going to be 3rd down, but there is a penalty flag back near the line of scrimmage. That might be a hold against this Titans offensive line, and I think it will be.
So even if Roy Helsley does catch that pass, it really, in the grand scheme of things,
actually call a personal foul against Gibson Southern.
I was about to say, in the grand scheme of things, I guess it really doesn't matter if he catches.
You're probably right. It's Brady Malone chatting with the referee near the Titan 20-yard line, so you wonder if that was against them. I couldn't tell. Obviously, I was looking down the play for
Coach Hart is
deep
livid.
Pass. Yeah,
he's livid on the sideline.
It's one of those things where he's rather mad at the fact that the flag was thrown or mad at the fact that one of his players caused that flag to be thrown. Because now it makes it 2nd down, a country mile for Gibson Southern back at their own 11-yard line. Or corrects the ball at the 13-yard line. So 2nd down and 21 here for Gibson Southern. Allen to pass here on 2nd down. Looks right, now looks left, feels the pressure, now rolls out to his left, throws one to the sideline, and Helsley dropped it. And Helsley immediately pats his chest and says, "That's my bad." But it brings up 3rd down, so the Patriots in a good spot here. You've got 3rd down and 21, and now's where you say, well, just don't let anybody get behind you.
Exactly. And maybe we see a little bit of a wide receiver screen play from Gibson Southern just to try to at least get the 1st down, and assuming that, it's 3rd and 21 and you're on 13, you don't want to do anything too crazy out of the ordinary to put yourself in a bad position.
99 seconds left here in the first quarter, 14-0 Gibson Southern. Allen to pass. Here on 3rd down and 21. Throws a deep ball over the middle of the field. Malone is there. Makes the catch with green grass in front. Braden Malone, goodbye. 87 yards, touchdown.
That speed by Braden Malone is filthy. How can you guard that? Goodbye. House call, Mr. Braden Malone. And what a throw again by Brady Allen on his own 13, delivers a missile down the middle of the field. Gibson Southern's offense is rolling.
Well, earlier I said that pass to Rory Helsley might have been the best pass I've seen Brady Allen throw. That pass right there, a close second. 87 yards. Brady Malone has 2 touchdown passes tonight, or touchdown catches, a combined 137 yards on those 2 scores. So Chris Spear out to attempt the extra point. Well, so much for not letting anybody get behind you if you're Heritage Hills. Chris Spear's extra point is up, and that one is good. So with 1:28 left here in the first quarter of play, it is Gibson Southern 28, Heritage Hills 0. And the Sectional 32 championship will step aside on your home for Titan football. It's 89-1, the Bash.
If you've ever considered a career in broadcasting or digital media, now is the time to be a warrior. Enroll at Wabash Valley College. Our TV channel was named the nation's best in 2020, and you already know 89.1 The Bash is the best alternative rock station in the region. We offer more real-world hands-on experience while working with the latest equipment and technology. Our graduates are getting jobs or moving on to four-year universities. It's time to be a warrior. Call 618-262-8641 today.
Back here at the Jewel, Gibson Southern leading Heritage Hills 28-0 in the 3A Sectional 32 championship game. An 87-yard touchdown pass from Brady Allen to Braden Malone on 3rd and 21. Allen just said, well, somebody's got to be down there, and Braden Malone was there. And, you know, that reminds me, Kyler, and it's so weird because there was a play similar like that in the Mount Vernon game a couple of weeks ago. It was 3rd and a mile. And Allen just threw it to Malone, and he did the rest. And I just had a gut feeling that he was going to go to number 11 right there.
Exactly. It reminds me of the Chief-esque Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill. Yeah. He's got to be there.
Yeah, he's got to be there somewhere.
It's tremendous. Unofficial stats, unofficial, but we think that he's 10 for 14, Brady Allen, 3 touchdowns and 204 yards in the first quarter. That's it. That's tremendous.
A pooch kick is fair, caught by Clay Radigan at the Patriot 19-yard line, 1st down and 10. But really what's incredible is the stats that's been put together by this Titan defense against this Patriot offense. Little to nothing going offensively for the Patriots.
I don't think that they have over 10 yards rushing in this game. I don't
think they have a first down yet. I think it's been 3 and outs.
I think you're 100% right.
And I think that Tom Wilkerson probably kicking himself for not going for it on that last possession where they had it in the Titan territory after the nice kickoff return. They go back under center here on 1st down and 10. Rickelman, they'll run the option on the right side, and the ball might have came out. The ball did come out. Gibson Southern has a touchdown. It's Peyton Rogers who picked it up and scored. That's a touchdown. No flags. How about that?
I'm not really sure what just happened. I'm still trying to process it.
Well, they ran the option to the right side. And it's such a bunch formation that we can't tell who's got the ball up here. And Peyton Rogers, right place, right time, the scoop and score. It is now 27-0 Gibson Southern.
Talked with him on Tuesday on the Nick Hart Show. Gets a score on Friday. It's the good luck jar.
So Chris Spear, he's got to be tired. He's right back onto the field. So one play, and the Patriots fumble it away, and the Titans scoop and score. Chris Spear to attempt the extra point. That one is up, and that one is good. I believe that's the first defensive score of the season for Gibson Southern. They've had a couple of special team scores, that one being their first defensive score of the year. We'll keep it here with 1:19 to go in the first quarter. 28-0 Gibson Southern. But Kyler, you made the point. You talked to Peyton Rogers earlier this week in the Nick Hart Show, and what did he say? He said that this Patriot offense, one of the toughest to study for with the way their offense is set up, and it's really hard for us to read up here. We can't really tell who's got the ball. It reminds me of going back to my roots of Fairfield High School in Illinois, how they run the foot-to-foot, very close. You can't tell who's got it. Well, I don't think anybody knew who had it, even the Patriots offense, because they fumbled it away, and Rogers scoops and scores. Man, how about how quickly this game has turned?
Exactly. Really, other than that first 2 drives for both teams, we thought, okay, here we go. Heritage Hills busting out a different offense, leading Gibson Southern to a 3-and-out on their first opening drive. And ever since then, this Gibson Southern team has not looked back. And I mean literally has not looked back, as Braden Malone has said goodbye twice, defensive touchdown. Incredible.
So Peyton Rogers gets the scoop and score. And it's 28-0 Gibson Southern. Chris Spear out to kick this one off from the Titan 40-yard line. Another pooch kick here on the near sideline. This one's going to be returnable at the 23-yard line. Running on the near sideline is going to be number 14, Clay Radigan, who just had the fair catch on the last kickoff. Runs this one out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 1st down and 10 Patriots.
If you're Heritage Hills, Cole, what do you do here? Because you can't. Sure, you can run the ball, but how much? the time's not on your side now.
Well, and the bottom line is that this is where you did not want to be. It's hard, especially when you're not a passing team and you can't score a lot of points in a little amount of time like the Titans do. When you're a running team, a dominant running team, and you fall down 28 points in the first quarter, it's hard to come back from that. First down and 10 for the Patriots. Rickleman in the shotgun, going to pass here on first down. Throws a screen out in the flat on the far sideline, and making the catch and turning upfield across the 35 is Preston Coop. Titans sideline wants a block in the back flag. They won't get one. About a 6-yard pickup there. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Coach Hart, I can hear him from up here. He's saying holding, but nonetheless, I mean, Coach Hart, he's well known for that. If he doesn't like a call, he'll let them know about it. But I want to give credit to the Gibson Southern defense again. I mean, they're just tremendous, Cole. I mean, I don't really know what else to say.
Final 35 seconds here in the first quarter. Rickleman in the shotgun. He'll run it to get up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. Ty Whitledge shot through there for the tackle in the backfield. A loss of a couple yards. Brings up 3rd and long. How about Ty Whitledge this season? Really, if you look at his height and weight on the roster, Ty is listed as 5'11", 205. So not the biggest defensive lineman you're going to see, but man, has he made some plays this year.
I think also with the advantage that Gibson Southern has with Ty Whitledge is that he's kind of a smaller, but at the same time he's quick.
Yeah.
He's very quick at trying to shed blocks, and he made a heck of a tackle for loss there against the Heritage Hills Patriot offense.
That's going to end the first quarter, and after 1 quarter of play, your score, Gibson Southern 28, Heritage Hills 0. It's a sectional 32 championship, and it's right here on 89-1 The Bash.
Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome.
Underwriting support for Titan football from R's Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At R's, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. R's Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Start of the second quarter here at the Joel. Gibson Southern leads Heritage Hills 28-0. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon with you. Couple of scores from around the area in the 2A Sectional 40 Championship. It's Mater Dei leading North Posey 14-7 in the first quarter. How about this, Kyler? Memorial leading Northview 14-0. That one is late in the second quarter in the 4A Sectional 24 Championship. That was going to be a good one to watch. Of course, a lot of us thought it was going to be a Memorial Jasper Championship. Well, now it's a Memorial Northview Championship, and the Tigers up early.
That's very, very surprising. The fact that they also they're shutting out so far that Northview offense.
3rd down and 6 here for the Patriots on the first play of the second quarter. Rickleman feels the pressure, throws over the left side. It's a wide receiver screen, and catching it and running it for a first down across midfield. Across the 45 is number 89, the tight end there, Jesse Weatherholt, with a catch and run. A nice design screenplay there. Titans brought the pressure. And the Patriots get their, I believe that's the first down of the night for the Patriots.
Well, they needed it. They needed. I mean, well, think about that. Gibson Southern, their first team defense did not allow a first down in a whole quarter. How about that?
There's a lot of things this Titan defense has not let happen. First down and 10 here for the Patriots. Now in Titan territory. They run the option again left side. This is Staples with the football on the pitch. And he got maybe back to the line of scrimmage, second down. And there I say he lost a couple of yards, or second and long coming up. But this Titan defense did not allow, this first team Titan defense did not allow a touchdown during conference play in the regular season. That itself is incredible.
There's this team, Cole. This team's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This team's unbelievable. I mean, Cole McKee goes down with the injury, and you're thinking, man, that's a huge weapon for Gibson Southern that they lost. But it it really has not mattered in the grand scheme of things.
Titans bring the pressure right up the gut. Adrian Lupin with the sack, and the ball comes out, and they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. Nobody laid a finger on Adrian Lupin as he ran right through the line of scrimmage and got to the quarterback, Rickelman, but they say his arm was going forward. You know what they say, Patriot quarterbacks get the shadow of a doubt when it comes to those incomplete pass fumble calls. But
one thing I'm going to note here, and because I honestly didn't see that happen because I was kind of focused my eyes on the backfield here, and so by the time that all that happened, I'm like, what just happened? But anyway, nonetheless, Noah Bryant for the safety for Gibson Southern bit on the double move, and Rickelman had a receiver wide open. And so the Titans D-line making a huge play.
Titans bring the pressure again, and Rickelman somehow gets away, but he can't get away from the second guy. As a sack that time, Lukeman got there in time. 4th and long coming up here for the Patriots. Ben Luttrell, the first Titan there, but Rickelman somehow got away. So the Titans bring pressure on third and long, and it pays off. Now it's 4th and long. And the Patriots will punt once again. Under 10:50 left here in the first half. 28-0 Gibson Southern.
I'm back.
So Gibson Southern's defense, they caught a huge break, like I said, because if that sack, incomplete pass, whatever you want to call it, did not happen, they had a guy wide open.
And a fake punt, Rickelman is the one that has the football. He's got a long way to go, and he's not going to get anywhere near there. So on 4th and about 20, the Patriots elect to go with a fake punt. They go to the up back. It was the quarterback, Rickelman. He had nobody open, and he had nowhere to go. Turnover on downs, 1st and 10, Gibson Southern near midfield.
Gibson Southern, I mean, you have to bust out all the or Heritage Hills, you have to bust out all the tricks to beat Gibson Southern. I think we've seen a bunch of stuff already in this sectional alone this playoffs.
So 1st down and 10 for Gibson Southern at their own 49-yard line, call it the 48-yard line. 10:31 left here in the first half of play. 28-0 Titans. A little bit of a bunch formation here for Gibson Southern. Now they send Dickerson and Lukeman out wide to the right. Now it's Bray Malone who goes out wide to the right. Set wide receiver screen on the left side for Rory Helsley, who breaks tackles. Helsley will block us in front across the 35-yard line and still going across the 30-yard line to the 26. 1st and 10 Gibson Southern. And we have an injured Patriot on the play back at the 47-yard line. The play will stand. There's no flags, but a stoppage in play here with an injured Patriot. 10:22 left here in the second quarter of play. Well, we've seen the Titans go with a little bit of a kind of mixing things up here offensively. A couple different formations, a couple of different guys in the ball game, and that time they sent Dickerson and Lukeman out wide to the right. They sent Malone out wide to the right to go back to the left side with a screen to Helsley. As that is a Patriot player, number 33, Braden Durham, who's getting helped off the field. He's going to jog off the field at his own power, so that's good to see. And we'll resume play here momentarily. 28-0 Gibson Southern. 10:22 left here in the first quarter. First half, I should say. Titans have had 3 touchdown passes from Brady Allen. 2 have gone to Braden Malone. 1's gone to Rory Helsley. And Peyton Rogers had a scoop and score. They're late in the first quarter. So it's 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern at the Patriot 26-yard line. Titans go 3 receivers out to the right. DeLong behind Allen in the backfield. Dickerson, the tight end on the right side. Allen takes a snap. Hands it off to Sean up the middle. DeLong gets it across the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20, actually, up to about the 21. About 4 yards there. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Got a little bit of a gut feeling that Sean DeLong could have a breakout run this game. Not saying it could be soon, but I'm just saying at some point in this game, I've got a gut feeling that Sean DeLong could have a breakout run.
Well, he had one last week. Had a 77-yarder last week against Salem. They go with a shovel pass to Adrian Lukeman up the middle, and Lukeman dragging defenders with him as a penalty flag flies in. Lukeman takes it inside the 10-yard line, and with the way that penalty flag was thrown, that might be a face mask against Heritage Hills.
I like that little Travis Kelce from the Chiefs kind of Andy Reid play call. They're getting creative.
Titans are being creative in this ballgame offensively. It is going to be a personal foul and a face mask against the Patriots, so that will make it half the distance to the goal and be first down and goal for Gibson Southern, trying to add to this 28-0 lead with 9:39 left here in the first half. A couple of substitutions here for Gibson Southern. Two receivers out wide to the right, Helsley by himself to the left. Loopman to the right of Brady Allen. Allen hands it off to Loopman, left side. Loopman is into the end zone. Touchdown, Gibson Southern. A 3-yard run by Adrian Loopman makes it 34-0. That is the 9th rushing touchdown for Adrian Loopman.
Gibson Southern's offense had a tremendous productive drive with the wide receiver screens and really took a decent amount of chunk of time off the clock. I mean, about 3 minutes or so off the clock. Great drive by Gibson Southern's offense. Really kind of slowed the pace down of the game just a little bit.
Chris Spiro attempt the extra point with 9:32 left here in the first quarter. Chris 4 for 4 on the evening. And a good snap and a good hold and a good kick as well. 35-0 Gibson Southern. 9:32 left here in the second quarter. We'll step aside on your home for Titan football. It's 89-1, the Bash.
Underwriting support for Titan football from Ours Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At Ours, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. Ours Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
35-0 Gibson Southern. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. Big thanks to Gordy Limp back at the 89-1 The Bash studio. Well, no scores have changed in terms of football is concerned, but how about some college basketball? In the first half, USI and Auburn tied at 27.
How about USI there hanging with the D1 program?
USI down and Auburn for a little expedition. Of course, Bruce Pearl, the former coach of the Screaming Eagles, coached Stan Gerard when he played there. A little fun fact for you. We got some USI graduates in the audience. Kickoff going right to left. Gibson Southern leading 35-0. It's going to be Sean Staples in the return for Heritage Hills, and Staples will get it across the 20-yard line to about the 21. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. So now you kind of ask yourself, what do you do now if you're the Patriots? You've had little to nothing going offensively. You've had one first down this entire ball game. You just tried a fake punt on 4th and 20, and it didn't work out, and you're down 5 scores against the number 2 team in the state.
That's kind of a tall
Should
task.
I go on?
That's kind of a tall task.
I would say.
But just give credit. I mean, and this is going to sound so biased, but give credit to Gibson Southern.
Well, and you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
they've dominated this whole game. Other than that first drive for both teams, they've dominated, and they have not looked back.
First down and 10 here for the Patriots. Rickelman under center. Ball at their own 21-yard line. And Rickelman will run to the left side looking for some running room, and there is no running room there. But you're right, Kyler, on the terms of, we kind of touched on it before the game. A lot of times when teams, play somebody who is inferior to them, they played them earlier in the year and won by 39 points, you can expect them to kind of let loose and kind of take it easy, but the Titans have not. It's been pedal to the metal from the open kickoff.
I got an interesting score here in 3A Sectional 30. Owen Valley, Vincennes at halftime, scoreless.
Wow.
Scoreless at halftime.
Vincennes is 3-8. Owen Valley's 10-1. Winner of that has the fun of playing Danville in the regional next week. Rickelman throw left side, caught by his receiver. That is going to be Coop with the catch up across the 25-yard line to about the 28. Brings up 3rd down and 4. The other game that's not in our area that we're keeping an eye on is that Brownstown Central and Lawrenceburg matchup. Of course, if the Titans take on to win this one, they will play the winner of that one. If Lawrenceburg wins that contest, they'll play here at the Jewel. But if Brownstown Central wins that one, we'll make the trip up there. It's about a 2-hour ride just south of Bloomington.
I don't think that bothers Gibson Southern.
No.
They made some road
If we would
trips.
have to go 4 hours to Lawrenceburg, that's different. But we'll make them drive 4 hours here. How about that? Rickelman to pass here on third down and 4. There's about four red jerseys bringing them down. It's going to be a sack back at the 16-yard line, and Rickelman slow to get up. Titans brought the blitz, and there was about 3 or 4 maroon jerseys there to bring him down. And Rickelman still down, and he'll get attended to here with 7:37 left to go in the first half. Yeah, Gibson Southern has pretty much done everything you can ask them to do in this ball game. You know, they had that 3 and out in the first drive, and kind of thinking, here we go. Patriots came to play, but it's been all Titans ever since.
It hasn't even been close. if I'm just going to be real blunt and honest, it hasn't been close.
You know, this is a Patriot team coming to this game with an 8-2 record, and really, I think it just kind of shows how much Gibson Southern is just far and away better than everybody else, especially in the pack, but really in the area, because this is a Heritage Hills team that, you know, beat a hot, bossy team last week, you know, and I really think they're the third best team in the PAC, but it just really shows how far and away Gibson Southern is in this conference.
Without a doubt. And we got some, like I said, these stats are unofficial by all account, okay? And we will probably have the more official ones. You know, this is us just trying to keep the stats in the game. It's tough. But we believe that Heritage Hills has negative 20 rushing yards in this game.
I'd say. With
negative
those sacks
20.
Those last 2 possessions, I'd say it's pretty accurate. 4th down and 15 here for the Patriots. Now, I would be shocked if they go for a fake here.
Not 2 times in a row, right?
If you're playing Madden,
oh, if I was playing Madden,
I'd probably go for a fake. Down 35 points.
Why not?
Borsey the punter. They will punt this one away. It's a low punt. Going to take a bounce at the 40-yard line, and we'll take a roll back into Titan territory. And we'll be down at the Gibson Southern 42-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Titans with 7:20 left here in the first quarter, leading the sectional championship 35-0. So what, Kyler, my mission for you in the next minutes or so is to try to find that Brownstown Central Lawrenceburg score.
I'm on it.
You know, it's harder to do when you got those games going up. Of course, we have our sources for some Southern Indiana scores, but when you get up towards the middle of the state, kind of hard to find some scores. But definitely a game we want to keep our eye on. Brady Allen the shotgun here on 1st down and 10, 5 wide. Nobody in the backfield here for Gibson Southern. They move Sean along in motion now, and Allen will look to his right now, look to his left, has some time, but he'll roll out to his left, and he'll take off, and Allen will get out of bounds at about the 48-yard line of Gibson Southern. About a 5-yard pickup there for Brady with his legs. Brings up 2nd and 5.
I've got the score.
Really?
Lawrenceburg leads Brownstown Central 21-7 at half. So it's kind of looking like we might be at home next week.
Well, obviously lots of football to go in that game.
Exactly.
Brownstown Central, they're 10-0, or 12-0 actually. Lawrenceburg 10-1. Brownstown Central in the same conference as Salem. DeLong the handoff on the left side, gets it across midfield and makes some Patriots miss all the way to the 45-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Titan first down. Yeah, you mentioned Brownstown Central. They're 12-0. When they played Salem during the regular season, they beat Salem by 9. So if you kind of want to take that score and, you know, apply that to what the Titans did last week to Salem, gives you kind of a good idea what that team is.
Well, and here's some halftime stats from Lawrenceburg if you really care. Their quarterback only has 51 yards passing and 1 rushing touchdown.
1st down and 10, Titans to pass here. It's Brady Allen, rolls out to his left, gets away from 1 defender, gets away from 2. He's got a first down across the 35-yard line, and he's out of bounds at the Patriot 35. 6:47 left here in the first half, 35-0 Gibson Southern. And Allen, do you have enough for a Titan first down there?
I thought he did. Guess we're calling him short.
The officials were signaling that yeah, he did. Waiting for the chain gang to move, and they say first down Titan to the Heritage Hills 35-yard line. We're at the 35-point Titan lead. The receivers out wide to the right, one to the left of Brady Allen with DeLong behind him. Allen hands it off to DeLong, and Sean had defenders right in his face when he got the football, and not much running room there for DeLong. 6.5 to go here in the second quarter.
Should have running clock again, right?
Yep. Well, in the second half, unless the Patriots
Let's say score.
are able to get a stop and score. I believe it's 35 points is that running clock mark. And the shotgun out and 2nd down and 8. Play action pass. Looks to his right, now looks to his left. Screen to Helsley once again with blockers in front. Helsley with a stiff arm across the 20-yard line. Down to the 17-yard line. 1st down and 10. Gibson Southern. They go back to that wide receiver screen. They've ran it so many times this season, but teams just can't stop it.
And I think in a huge part in play in that is the Gibson Southern's offensive line has just been phenomenal ever since week 1.
1st down and 10, ball at the 18-yard line. Allen, play action pass, throws left, caught by Helsley at the 5-yard line, reaching for the goal line, but they call him down at the 1. 1st down and goal, Gibson Southern. Under 6 to go here in the second quarter. And we'll bring on the power formation here. How many fullbacks we got here, Kyler? We got Ben Luttrell in the game. We got Ty Whitledge, Levi Dickerson, and now Loopman in the backfield on 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. And they give us to Dickerson, and they blow the play dead. Dickerson, Levi Dickerson, who actually had a touchdown run earlier in this season. They call a false start against Gibson Southern. I mean, you know when Levi got that play call, he was jumping.
Eyes were wide open.
Jumping to get the ball there.
I'd give it to him again.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, Levi had 1 carry in the regular. That was on senior night. 1 carry for a 25-yard touchdown against Boonville.
That was beast mode, that run was.
In the pouring down rain, Titans rely on the run game a lot in that game against Boonville. So a 5-yard penalty on the false start puts it back to the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 7. Titans go 2 wide to the right and 1 to the left. Allen will give it off to DeLong on the left side. Sean looking for room, cuts back to the inside. Now tries to bounce it outside and goes back inside as the penalty flag comes down again. And we'll see what this flag is.
They may call hold on the Titans here.
And normally that's what that would be.
Those sweeps, too, it's really tough for the old lineman to not really get a hold on that play.
Yeah, because especially if you're the left side of the line of scrimmage, you're trying to get out and hook that corner. And sometimes you get beat, and it forces a holding call. So with the Titan offense walking backwards, I assume that's what the call is. So if you aren't up by 35 points, it's a little frustrating. But when you have 1st and goal at the 2, now you're going to be facing it's still 1st and goal from back at about the 21-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 21. How about that? Allen, get a pass here on 1st and goal. Looks right, now looks left, now takes off up the middle with lots of running room, and Allen will make one Patriot miss and will pile his way down to the 10-yard line. Man, I'll tell you what, anytime you see Brady run, you just slide, Brady, slide.
I was going to say that as well. Every time he just doesn't slide, I'm like,
Especially
in the playoffs.
35-0.
Yes. Just slide, man, slide. Yeah. But he's a playmaker. He loves to make plays.
Titans go 4 wide to the right, 1 to the left here on 2nd down and goal from the 12-yard line. Allen, quarterback draw again, up the middle, and Allen brought down from behind, back at the 5-yard line.
Slide, Brady, slide.
got about 7 yards there. 3rd and goal from the 5. 4.5 to go here in the first half.
I can't believe Coach Hurt called a quarterback draw, too. He doesn't care, man. He just wants to score.
Yeah.
Whew. But, I mean, like I said, you obviously play to win in the grand scheme of things. But
3 receivers right side. Allen looks that side, throws, and he's got a man there for a touchdown. Braden Malone with his 3rd touchdown of the night. Touchdown, Gibson Southern. A 5-yard pass from Brady Allen to Braden Malone. Makes it 41-0.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 touchdown grabs for Braden Malone tonight. He's having himself a game.
And so that is reception 5, 6, 7. Touchdown, 7 touchdown grabs this year for Braden Malone. And a lot of touchdown passes for Brady Allen. I've lost track.
In the first half, mind you.
Chris Spear to attempt the extra point, and that one is up. And much like the first 5 tonight, that one is also good. A penalty flag comes in late. I think Chris Spear might have got shoved there at the end of that play. So that will be added on to the kickoff.
Now you're shoving the kicker.
Come on.
Yeah, come on. Jeez.
So roughing the kicker penalty will be against Heritage Hills. They will add that to the kickoff. So with 4:09 left here in the first half, Gibson Southern leads Heritage Hills 42-0. We'll step aside your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
Underwriting support for Titan football from Ours Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At Ours, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. Ours Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
89-1 the Bash studio. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon with Gibson Southern leading the sectional 32 championship game 42-0 here over Heritage Hills. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. It has been all Gibson Southern in this one. That last drive capped off by a 5-yard pass from Brady Allen to Brady Malone. Deep kickoff here. That will go into the end zone, and it will be a touchback, so the Patriots will have it at their own 20-yard line. So the Titans scored 42 against the Patriots in that first matchup back in week 6. Well, they've scored 42 here in the first half.
How tremendous is that, though? Scoring 42 points in a half? That's incredible.
And that's not the first time, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't believe so.
Definitely not the first. I don't believe it is. So first down and 10 for the Patriots at their own 20-yard line. And so now their backup quarterback, Camden Shipp, in the ball game with Rookerman getting hurt on the last possession. He fumbles a snap, and the ball is loose back at the 17-yard line, but they say that he was able to fall on top of it for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 coming up. Under 4 left here in the first half. And you wonder how much you're going to see of the first-team offense and first-team defense in this one. Probably not at all in the second half, I would guess.
I wouldn't. It's playoff time. Keep your guys healthy.
Yep. So 2nd down and 12 here for the Patriots. Play clock already down to 6. Shipp under center. Takes a snap. He will hand it off on the left side and running it across the 20-yard line. 2 penalty flags come flying in near the end of the play. We'll see what those are. With 3:20 left here in the second quarter.
Give Heritage Hills credit. I mean, they're not backing down from their bread and butter. They're still running the ball no matter how much they're down. And Coach Hart even said, this is a very, very young team. And, and I understand could be their quote-unquote down year, Heritage Hills, but, I mean, this team has so much room to grow, and I think that if they grow, Heritage Hills could be a great squad in the next couple of years.
Well, this year definitely an improvement, as that penalty flag was a face mask against Gibson Southern. But this year definitely an improvement. They were 4-6 last year. They're 8-2 this season. Like I said, they're the third best team in the conference. But when you got Mount Vernon and Gibson Southern in front of you, this is a tough thing to be. Shipp under center on 1st and 10 here for the Patriots. He's going to pass here on 1st down, and he throws one on the near sideline, and there was 1 receiver and 4 Titan defenders there on that play, and the ball hits the turf. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm really surprised that wasn't picked off at that many Titan defenders.
Well, it was over. If that was underthrown, would have been whoever wanted to pick it off could, but it was overthrown to the Titans sideline with 2:55 left to go here in the second quarter. 42-0. Gibson Southern in front. Second down and 10 here for Heritage Hills at their own 35-yard line. Under center is the quarterback, Shipp. Hands it off up the gut on the left side, and Taken down across the 35-yard line. Levi Dickerson there on the tackle, as well as Adrian Lukman. Brings up third and about 7.
About 2:38 left in the second quarter.
And we will have running clock in the second half. So you got about 26 and a half minutes to go, and then you start preparing for Brownstown Central or Lawrenceburg. We'll try to get that score update here in a moment. 3rd and 7 here for the Patriots. Ship will go with the toss on the right side to Staples, and Staples will put his shoulder down as a penalty flag comes flying in at the end of the play. A great job by Drew Foster coming up to make that tackle. And we'll see what this penalty flag is. Going to be a hold against Heritage Hills. Drew Foster came flying up on that play. Stops the clock with 2:08 to go in this ballgame. Titans decline the penalty to bring up 4th down. So the Titans offense will have, why not, one more drive before the end of this half.
So Lawrenceburg, and this was just posted by Eagle County 99.3 on Twitter. Lawrenceburg leads Brownstown Central 21-7 going into the 4th quarter.
Wow. So if that stands, it'll be Lawrenceburg and Gibson Southern here next week for the regional. Patriots go for it here on 4th down. Throw out in the right flat. It's going to be caught for a 1st down and more. Running that one out of bounds is Clay Radigan, who made the catch. Made one defender miss and got across the 40-yard line into the 35 of Gibson Southern. 1st and 10, Patriots. Well, Heritage Hills goes for it on 4th down, and a nice pass there by the backup quarterback, Ship.
Hey, because we haven't seen Luke Rickelman back in the game, have we?
No, yeah, he went down 2 possessions ago and has not been back in the ballgame. I can actually see him on the sideline across the way. And Rickelman, he's a senior. And Ship, the backup, just a junior. Toss left side for the Patriots. Run with the football is game number 32, Hunter Meredith. And Meredith brought down around the 30-yard line. 90 seconds to go here in the first half. 42-0 Gibson Southern here in the sectional championship. So a 4-yard pickup there on that run by the Patriots. Brings up 2nd down and 6. Ball at the Gibson Southern 31-yard line. Patriots trying to find the end zone before this half is over. Titan defense trying to keep the shutout. Ship in the shotgun by himself here on 2nd down and 6. Back to pass here. Looks right now, looks left, and he's sacked in the backfield. Ty Whitledge again with the play. A sack back at the 37-yard line. And so Ty Whitledge shot through there. And that is going to be Ty's, I believe, his 1st sack of the season. I stand corrected. His 5th sack of the season.
Jeez,
I was off there. Well, I couldn't find his name here on my stat sheet. 5 sacks this year for Ty Whitledge. Final minute here in the first half. 3rd down and 12 for Heritage Hills. 42-0. Gibson Southern in front. Shipped a pass here on 3rd down and long. Throws one to the right side and batted down by Ben Luttrell to bring up 4th down with 43 seconds to go here in the first half. A tight pass rush is getting home. Patriot offensive line having a hard time protecting their quarterback. $42-0. Gibson Southern in front. Final 43 seconds left here in the second quarter. Patriots will get the second half kickoff. The Titans got the ball to start the ball game back in the first. The Patriots might go for this here on 4th down. Play clock is down to 4. They're gonna have to use a timeout, and they will use a timeout. We'll keep it here with 43 seconds and try to get some scores for you during this timeout.
I got one.
Okay.
After the 3rd quarter, Owen Valley and Vincent's Lincoln still scoreless.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and the winner of that is going to play the winner of the Danville and Tri-West game. Tri-West, the number 7 team in the state. Danville, number 4 team in the state. So whoever wins that Owen Valley Vincennes game has the privilege of playing either Danville or Tri-West. How about in the in the 2A sectional. That's what 2A sectional 40 championship. Modern Day leads North Posey 21-7 at halftime. And that's about all I've seen so far. At halftime, 21 minutes ago, it was Memorial leading Northview 14-0. That's really it as far as the really only games going on in our area tonight.
It's a little chilly.
Well, Kyler, it is November 5th. I'm just happy you're not wearing shorts tonight. You've worn shorts the past 3 weeks.
Hey, I'm trying to stretch it out as long as I can.
Well,
I'm not a big pants guy.
Well, I'm not a big 40-degree kickoff guy either.
Always got to keep the windows open.
Yeah.
Always got to
keep that crowd noise.
You just feel the momentum.
Yeah. Feel like you're part of the game. 43 seconds left here in the first half. Patriots will go for it here on 4th down and 12 at the Titan 37-yard line. Ship in the shotgun. Takes a snap and he's back to pass. Looks right, throws right. That's too high. And Malone almost picked it off, tipped it up in the air, and almost got it on the ricochet. And that'll be a turnover on down. So 1st and 10 for Gibson Southern with 38 seconds. They've got their timeouts, but I can imagine we'll see a kneel down here.
Yeah. There's no reason to call another play. It's going to halftime.
Yep. Probably the last snap we'll see these first-team guys have tonight. A pretty flawless first half for Gibson Southern.
Other than the penalties, I mean, I guess you could really, if you really wanted to put a negative spin on it, if you really were just stretching to, just like you said, it's been a flawless first half.
So Brady Allen will take a knee, and that's going to take us to halftime with Gibson Southern leading Heritage Hills 42-0 here in the 3A Sectional 32 championship game. Titans are just 24 minutes away from their first sectional crown in 6 seasons. It's been that kind of first half. We'll step aside and try to get some halftime stats for you, as well as some other scores going on in the area here on your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana, Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89-1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Titan postseason football is underwritten by Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in memory of Linda Folsom. Al Lentz and the team at FC Tucker Realtors wish head coach Nick Hart and the Titans all the best in the postseason. For all your real estate needs, Al Lentz can be reached by phone at 812-598-3742 or online at allentz.fctuckermd.com. Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in loving memory of Linda Folsom and a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans. This broadcast of Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is underwritten by Pro Rehab.
Did you know you can refer yourself to Pro Rehab? It's called direct access. You no longer need to call your provider for a referral. Now the first step is up to you. If you have pain or an injury, call them. Direct access means Pro Rehab is just a phone call away.
Pro Rehab is a proud underwriting sponsor of Gibson Southern Titan football here on 89.1 The Bash. Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome.
Underwriting support for Titan football from R's Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At R's, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. R's Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
I think what makes Wabash better than any other college is that it's a small, close-knit community, and it offers a lot of different classes with a lot of different teachers.
What makes it better is the hands-on training. Teachers really want you to succeed.
It's such a different kind of community than what a big college would be. I can go and walk down the hall and I know like 7 different people, and so I think it's just the sense of community that you get.
Funding provided in whole by the Governor's Education Emergency Relief Fund through the Illinois Community College Board.
Halftime here at the Jewel. Gibson Southern leading Heritage Hills. The 3A Sectional 32 championship game, 42-0. After the first 2 quarters of play, Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. And Kyler, made the point right before the end of the first half. Nearly a flawless first 2 quarters for Gibson Southern.
Yeah, I mean, just overall dominance for Gibson Southern. I mean, they've dominated the line of scrimmage like no other, and that's where it starts, especially if you're playing Heritage Hills. You got to win at the line of scrimmage, and I mean, Gibson Southern, I mean, it's remarkable of what they can do on the football field.
Bit of a scoring summary for you. Things started off with 7:51 left in the first quarter. Brady Allen found Brady Malone for a 50-yard catch and run for a touchdown. Chris Spears' extra point made it 7-0. Then with 3:26 left in the first quarter, Brady Allen with a 27-yard catch and run by Rory Heltzley made it 14-0 with Chris Spears' extra point. 1:28 left in the first quarter. Allen to Brady Malone on a beauty of a pass for 87 yards. 21-0 Titans. Then on the very next play, Luke Rickelman, quarterback for Heritage Hills, would fumble the ball and be picked up by Peyton Rogers for a scoop and score a touchdown. Made it 28-0. A 5-yard run by Adrian Lukeman made it 35-0. And then Allen would find Braden Malone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. Made it 42-0 Gibson Southern. In the stats department, there in the first half, that's Brady Allen with 282 passing yards on 14 of 18 completions, 4 touchdowns, no picks. For Heritage Hills, they were 6 of 13 passing with 59 passing yards. Total offensive yards, Titans with 357, Heritage Hills with 43. Total yards of offense in the rushing department, Titans with 75 rushing yards. Patriots, negative 16 rushing yards.
That's
and a lot of that has
incredible.
to do with a couple of sacks as well. Negative 16 rushing yards for the Patriots there in the first half on 16 rushing attempts. Receiving-wise, Titans receivers with 282 receiving yards off of 14 catches. Just 59 receiving yards on 6 catches for the Patriots. Penalty-wise, 4 penalties against the Titans for 45 yards, 2 penalties against the Patriots for 30 yards, and that 1 turnover against the Patriots that led to a Titans defensive touchdown. That's pretty much all the stats that matter. 16 first downs for Gibson Southern there in the first half, and 4 first downs for the Patriots. This is the Edward Jones Representative Jason Rainey halftime show with Gibson Southern leading Heritage Hills 42-0. And Kyler, the stats really stand out for themselves during that first half.
Exactly, and the biggest one I think of them all is Heritage Hills has negative 16 rushing yards. I don't know if I've ever heard of that happening in a half to where a team has led has that doesn't have that much rushing yards. Obviously, that's the most telling stat for me. I mean, Gibson Southern has just dominated in all phases of the game. I mean, even the stats show it. Obviously, it has been a all-around Gibson Southern Titans performance tonight, and it really hasn't been close.
Individually in the rushing department, Brady Allen, the leading rusher, with 6 carries for 47 yards. Sean DeLong, 7 carries for 23 yards. Adrian Lukeman, 2 carries for 5 yards and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, Braden Malone, 3 catches, 142 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That's not much better of a first half you can have. Rory Heltzley with 8 catches for 107 yards and 1 touchdown. Caden Hurlis, 1 catch for 15 yards. Adrian Lukeman, 1 catch for 13 yards. Sean DeLong, 1 catch for 5 yards. And that's about all the individual stats that I've got for Gibson Southern. Once again, leading 42-0 here at the half. This is the Edward Jones Representative Jason Rainey halftime show. Kyler probably will not see this first-team offense or first-team defense in the second half going to be running clock. I think it's safe to say Titans move on to the regional next week.
First time in 6 years that that's happened, and it's just another step. It's just another step on their way to Indianapolis. And like I said, cannot get ahead of ourselves. But if we're just looking at it and why you play the playoffs, that's the reason. So it's just another step that they have, and it's remarkable. It's remarkable of what they've been able to do tonight. I mean, it's just been pure dominance, and it hasn't been close tonight. And I mean, if you're Gibson Southern, and also too, which we will get the scoring updates as the second half goes along, but if Lawrenceburg can really beat Brownstown Central and Gibson Southern has a home game, not trying to look to next week because this game technically is not finished and theirs isn't either, but if Lawrenceburg can get the win and Gibson Southern can have a home game for the regional championship, that's going to be a huge advantage.
Once again, we'll have those scores for you here in just a minute. We'll step aside here in the Edward Jones Representative Jason Rainey halftime show on your home for Titan football, 89-1, The Bash.
Hello, sports fans. At United Fidelity Bank, we make it easy to bank with us. Our in-person friendly service provides peace of mind and worry-free banking. We offer checking and savings accounts with no hoops and no hassles, and provide you the ability to bank anytime with our easy-to-use online banking platform. Our mobile app allows you access to your accounts on the go, and you can skip the trip to the bank with our mobile deposit. Plus, our business banking products are tailored to help your business grow. We invite you to come see the difference at United Fidelity Bank.
If you've ever considered a career in broadcasting or digital media, now is the time to be a warrior. Enroll at Wabash Valley College. Our TV channel was named the nation's best in 2020, and you already know 89.1 The Bash is the best alternative rock station in the region. We offer more real-world hands-on experience while working with the latest equipment and technology. Our graduates are getting jobs or moving on to four-year universities. It's time to be a warrior. Call 618-262-8641 today. Titan postseason football is underwritten by Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in memory of Linda Folsom. Al Lentz and the team at FC Tucker Realtors wish head coach Nick Hart and the Titans all the best in the postseason. For all your real estate needs, Al Lentz can be reached by phone at 812-598-3742 or online at allentz.fctuckermd.com. Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in loving memory of Linda Folsom and a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Hey, high school seniors.
Who are you?
I'm a Wabash Valley Warrior. Are you still trying to decide on where you want to go to college?
Maybe, maybe not.
Well, Wabash Valley is the place to go.
I'm listening.
We are among the most affordable colleges in the region, which puts more money in your pockets.
We all want money.
We offer all sorts of different degree opportunities, such as nursing, broadcasting, early childhood education, diesel mechanics, and much more.
This sounds too good to pass up.
Call and set up an appointment today at 618-262-8641.
I'd be stupid not to do it, right?
WVC?
Support provided by Wabash General Hospital. Injuries and illnesses don't always happen from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday. That's why Wabash General Hospital offers a convenient care clinic from 6 to 9 p.m. weekdays and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. weekends, right inside the main lobby of the hospital. If you need non-urgent medical services for flu-like symptoms, minor cuts, and more, our skilled and compassionate providers are ready to help. For an appointment, the Wabash General Hospital Convenient Care Clinic can be reached at 618-262-8621. Walk-ins are welcome.
Do you know what it takes to be a warrior? You have to be hardworking. Make sure you're giving your best every day.
You have to lead, guide others to the path of success.
You have to be brave, be able to stand up for what you believe in.
At Wabash Valley College, we're able to bring the best out of you, even if you don't have these skills. It's time to be a warrior. I'm a warrior.
I am a warrior.
I am a warrior.
I'm a warrior. Are you? Call Wabash Valley at 618-262-8641.
42-0. Gibson Southern leads here at the half over Heritage Hills in the sectional 32 3A championship game. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. Big thanks to Gordy Limp back at the 89.1 The Bash studio. It has been all Titans here in the first half. 4 touchdown passes for Brady Allen there in the first half, 3 of which to Braden Malone, 1 to Rory Heltzley. Adrian Lukeman had a 3-yard touchdown run, and Peyton Rogers picked up a fumble and ran it back for a score. Kyler, we got some scores from around the area.
We do. In the third quarter, Evansville Memorial 17, Northview 0.
Wow.
That's an interesting score.
At Northview, too.
Exactly. That's an interesting score.
You know, and I heard about that game. if I'm not incorrect, Kyle Soklin, who is at the Courier, was at that game, and he said they had to delay the start of that game due to the Tigers being stuck in traffic on the way to Northview.
Yeah, I believe I did see that. I think that there was like a wreck maybe.
Yeah, so despite your team showing up late, having to push that back, they didn't come out flat, up 17-0 over Northview.
And the fourth quarter, and this is big for 3A, Owen Valley 7, Vincent's Lincoln 0. Somebody finally gets on the board there.
The winner of that will go on to play the winner of Tri-West and Danville. I'm going to try to find that Tri-West and Danville score.
Well, I've got the Lawrenceburg Brownstown Central score for you, which is big if you're looking at next week. Lawrenceburg 27, Brownstown Central 7. That's an interesting score.
Yeah, that probably means that Lawrenceville will be here next week. Let's see. Trying to find that Danville and Tri-West score. See, it's so weird because we don't know. We know our sources for scores here in the southern part of the state, but when you go up north, it's kind of pretty much a free for all.
Yeah, trying to find it here. Kind of bear with us.
Yeah,
we're trying to.
Yeah.
I didn't before somebody else found it and they just sent it to us.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah, but the winner of that Danville Tri-West game will play the winner of that Owen Valley Vincent's Lincoln game. That could potentially be who the Titans would possibly play in a semi-state matchup, depending on if they hang on tonight, hang on next week. But as it's looking, the Titans will possibly play Lawrenceburg here at home next week if the current scores go on to be the final scores. How about USI basketball up 49-46 in the second half over Auburn? I know it's completely irrelevant, but
USI basketball, how about that?
You never know.
In the fourth quarter, Owen Valley 14, Vincent's Lincoln 0.
Yeah, I'd say Owen Valley will probably hang on to get that win.
We're trying to find this Danville score. My goodness.
Indiana.
My goodness.
We use Twitter our best ability. Both teams running back. We still got about 3 minutes left here in the first half. How about this? Well,
also kind of irrelevant as well, but if you're really looking at Illinois, for football, most of the teams play tomorrow. Mount Carmel will play Carlinville.
Yep. Okay, here we go. In the fourth quarter, Tri-West leads Danville 18-13.
Interesting.
So, there we go.
Because Danville was ranked.
And a final. As a minute ago, Tri-West defeats Danville 18-13. So down goes the number 4 team in the state. Wow. So, Danville, who is really the top 4 in the state of Indiana throughout the year in 3A, has been. You had West Lafayette, you had Brebeuf Jesuit, you had Gibson Southern, and you had Danville. Really have been the top 4 teams in the state.
All year
long.
Kind of fluctuating.
West Lafayette went down the first round, and now you got Danville gone. So, the question is, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there, but it was setting up to be a Danville Titans semi-state matchup, but now Danville's gone. That's Tri-West.
Who's left?
Tri-West wins that that was sectional 29. So, congrats to Tri-West winning that one.
I'm just saying, out of those 4 teams, who's left? But that's neither here nor there. I think that there was a lot of teams that really did not get enough credit. Like Lawrenceburg is one of those teams where I feel like that. They just beat. They didn't just beat, but they're on their way to potentially beating Brownstown Central, and that's an undefeated team right there.
Yeah.
And I just think that there was a lot of teams that that could have been ranked higher if you really want to look at the rankings, but that Tri-West Danville score, that's a very interesting one.
Trying to get a couple more scores here real quick. Brebeuf Jesuit led Western Boone 42-17 in the fourth quarter. So looking like all these 3A games are pretty much done for, which would set up to what we're going to have next week in the regionals. And so, assuming the Titans are able to pull this one off, leading by 42 points, we're going to have Lawrenceburg and Gibson Southern here at the Jewel. You're going to have Tri-West and Owen Valley. And then that's going to set a semi-state for the winner of those two matchups. So it's all coming together. It's all coming together.
It's kind of scary, Cole.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of not scary, but it's getting really real.
And we've made the comment throughout the week as if the Titan fans. I know a lot of these games have been running clock, fun in the first half.
I would be shocked, and never say never. Kind of the Mike Tomlin quote: "Never say never, but never that." That I do not expect a running clock.
No. And that's
for the whole.
That's where I was getting at. Running clock tonight. Titans have played very well, but competition is going to start to get a little bit better over the next couple of weeks. That's for sure.
I'm curious about Lawrenceburg. They put up pretty good points on an undefeated ball club.
That's a team that put up 91 points earlier this season.
Exactly.
So
their offense is there.
However, we that is a primarily running team, and we've seen teams that have been primarily running teams against the Titans this year. It has not fared very well. So, but of course, we'll get there next week.
1 week at a time.
Got to get through these next 24 minutes. I assume we'll see the second team offense and defense for Gibson Southern to close this one out. And of course, as always, we'll do our best to make sure we get everybody's name listed.
So Brady Allen done for the night.
Yep. But how about Brady? He's gotten so close in his first 3 years, all the way to the championship his freshman year before losing to a very good Memorial team. The Titans have just had some really bad luck in the sectional. We'll talk about that more here in a minute. Here's a second half kickoff. Patriots will have the ball to start the third quarter of play. Staples from his own 5-yard line on the near side across the 20-yard line. Still going across the 25 to the 30 and brought down at about the 45-yard line. And so a good return there by Staples, his second nice return of the night. It'll be first down and 10 for Heritage Hills.
Kind of an interesting note. This is probably really irrelevant, but it's just something that I noticed on the sideline here. Rory Heltzley, he doesn't have his pads on or nothing. He has his jersey and sweatpants on. He said, I've done my job. He said, I'm good. I'm good to go.
I don't blame him. It's cold. It's a cold one out there.
It just kind of shocked me that.
I'll tell you what, and you get that sweat. That sweat's probably dried up, and it's going to make you even more cold. I don't blame him one bit for putting on the sweatpants for the rest of the night. First and 10 here for the Patriots. Handoff up the middle, and it's going to be close to a first down there. It looked like it was a fumble at first. That was number 35, Evan Bowling, who bowls his way up across the 50-yard line to the 46. At a 9-yard pickup there from the Patriot fullback. But this is a Patriot team that went all the way to the state championship just 2 years ago, beat the Titans in the sectional on this field, and just, that was a very heavy senior-heavy team, that Patriot team a couple years ago, but still a very good season this year for the Patriots. Ship under center, hands it off to Bowling again on the right side. Ball came out that time, and the Titans have it. Tristan Boyd able to pick up the fumble as Bowling got it punched down as soon as he got the football. Couldn't tell who punched it out, but Tanner Boyd falls on it, and the Titan defense forces their second fumble of the night. And so now we'll see what this second-team Titans offense can do. They've been pretty impressive this season. Got some playmakers on the offensive side, including quarterback Tanner Boyd, who's going to be a go-to guy next year for Gibson Southern. Boyd in the shotgun here on first down and 10. Hand off to Devin Roberts up the middle, and Roberts gets across the 40-yard line to the 41. That's somebody else, Devin Roberts, who has been very impressive in his varsity time this year. I mean, he's a second leading rusher on this Titans team. Prior to tonight, had 31 carries for 346 yards and 5 touchdowns. Second leading rusher on the team. That shows how many snaps he's gotten on the second team offense and how many games have allowed the second team offense to be in the game.
One thing to note here, I noted that about Rory Heltzley earlier on, but they're saying that he was kind of limping before the half and maybe a hamstring injury as well.
Quarterback run here for Tanner Boyd. He'll get it across midfield. He'll be slowing down at about the 47. of Heritage Hills. So
that's going to be a developing story there.
You're watching Rory right now. He is limping a little bit on the Titans sideline. So
that's one to keep an eye out on.
Obviously, want to keep, and we'll be sure to ask Nick Hart about that on Tuesday. Once again, don't forget that the Nick Hart Show every Tuesday on the Bash, 7 o'clock. We'll have that for you every week as the season goes on.
I think it is also a great sign, though, that he did play a whole half, though, of football.
Hand off to Roberts up the middle, looking for some running room, and Devin trying to dance around. He'll get maybe a yard there. Ball came out late, but they're going to say he was down. To about the 46 of Heritage Hills. 8:19 to go here in the third quarter. 42-0. Gibson Southern cruising their way to a sectional crown. So no gain there for Roberts. Brings up second down and 10 at the 47-yard line. And the shotgun is Tanner Boyd. Takes a snap, hands it off on the left side. This is Michael Herron, the ball carrier. He's a speedster, and Herron gets it across the 45. Takes a big hit at the 42. And about a 7-yard pickup there for Herron. Called a 6-yard gain. Brings up third down here for the Titans. We've seen Michael Herron a bit this year in special teams. Had a kickoff return for a touchdown earlier in the year. Had a receiving touchdown last week against Salem. One of those guys who's going to be a big piece of this offense for the Titans next year. Third down, and they call it 6 here for Gibson Southern. 7:15 to go in the third quarter. And the shotgun, Boyd fakes the handoff, goes up the middle, and he's got some running room. Boyd across the 35 and taken down at the 30. A penalty flag flies in towards the end of the play, and there's going to be a hold against Gibson Southern. So that first down run by Tanner Boyd will be wiped out. And they'll back it up 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
That's a tough call.
And Tanner Boyd,
he's quick.
Talked about him a couple times this year. Tanner just being a sophomore, so assuming he's going to be the guy to go next year at the quarterback position for Gibson Southern, they're going to have 2 years of him as a full-time starter.
I think it's gonna be interesting next year. I don't want to look I don't want to look ahead to next year at all. But knowing that Brady's going to be, it's a senior year and Brady's going to be leaving, I think it might be interesting how Coach Hart is going to try to use Tristan Boyd because he's got a good set of wheels on him.
Yeah, very much of a dual threat quarterback for sure. Third and long here for the Titans. Call it 3rd and 15. Boyd will run it again up the middle. Now goes to the outside across midfield, and then he will go towards the sideline across the 45-yard line where he's hit out of bounds at around the 44. So it's going to be 4th and manageable here for Gibson Southern, but they're going to bring on the punt team, and they're going to go for it. I believe they are going to punt the football. So 4th down at about 6. On comes the Titan punt team, their first punt since their first drive of the game. And how things have changed since that first drive of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
5.5 to go here in the third quarter. Titans make sure they got 11 players on the field. And here is the punt from the Titan 45, and it's a line drive punt picked up by Staples at the 15-yard line. He'll try to go to his left side, and Shane Staples will be hit backwards at about the 15. So 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Running clock keeps on ticking, down to 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Titans are going to win their first sectional crown since 2015. Of course, that was a great team that went all the way to semi-state. Nick Sellers and the guys of that group. Of course, Nick Sellers now an assistant coach on the Titans sideline. Which brings up the question, Kyler, which team was better?
And you're referring
should I re-ask you here in a couple of weeks?
Are you referring to the 2015?
Of course, yes.
Man, I see. I would have to kind of ask around a little bit more because I wasn't
during
the 2015.
You're a youngster. You're a youngster.
I never saw him play, but from what I've heard from a couple of people, this team is right on that level. I'll say that. And however you want to take that, you can take it however you want. But from what I've heard from a couple people around the area, they think this team is very, very good.
That first down carry was a 4-yard pickup for the Patriots. So with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, it's 2nd down and 6. Ship under center, hands it off on the right side. Looking for some running room is going to be number 32, Hunter Meredith. And Meredith gets up to about the 24-yard line. 3rd and 4 here for the Patriots. 3:35 to go in the ball game. 42-0. Gibson Southern with the lead here in the Sectional 32 Championship. A lot of Titan fans sticking around. Student section still in full swing.
Well, yeah, man, they got to storm the field later.
Yeah. You going to run out there with them, Kyler?
I wish.
I'm not going to stop you.
But we also have a final from 3A. Owen Valley 14, Vincent's Lincoln 0.
Yeah.
Owen Valley gets the win over Vincent's Lincoln.
Head off to bowling here. It's going to be a first down for Heritage Hills. So Vincent's Lincoln gave him a good fight. Owen Valley, they're now 11-1. And Vincent's Lincoln will finish their season 3-9. Of course, they play in that very tough SIAC, so their record doesn't always indicate how good of a team they really are. But putting up a good fight there in the sectional championship. So now that means Owen Valley will meet Tri-West in the regional next week to punch their ticket to the semi-state here 2 weeks from tonight. Toss on the right side. Running is Meredith for Heritage Hills on the near sideline, down the sideline and taken down out of bounds near the 50-yard line. There is a penalty flag back near the backfield. Probably going to be a hold, I would assume, against the Patriots.
That's usually how those things go.
Yep. Down to 2:10 to go, and it is going to be a hold against Heritage Hills. So 2:09 now to go here in the third quarter. The clock just keeps on ticking. So it's week 3 of the playoffs here in Indiana. Tomorrow starts some games tonight, but mostly tomorrow. Week 2 of the playoffs for Illinois. If you're looking for something to do, make the trip over to Mount Carmel tomorrow. They're hosting a playoff game. They'll play Carlinville, I believe, at 2:30.
That's going to be a great game.
Yeah, Mount Carmel's had a great season. They're 10-0 this year. Trying to make their way to the quarterfinals. 1:27 left here in the third quarter. Ship the quarterback under center here on 1st and long. And it's a play-action pass and a throw to the near sideline. It's incomplete. He was looking for Meredith on that pass. Gabe Bryant on the coverage for Gibson Southern. Brings up 2nd down and a lot. Wow, 25?
Sheesh.
2nd and 25. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. So the Titans got on the Patriots early tonight. Led 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. Led 42-0 at halftime and still lead here 42-0. Here's a toss on the left side to Staples. He's got running room across the 30-yard line at the 35 now at the 40. He's going to have the first down for Heritage Hills. A nice run there by Shane Staples all the way towards midfield. And on 3rd and 25, the Patriots are able to convert, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. So we go to the fourth. Gibson Southern 12 minutes away from their first sectional crown in 6 years with a 42-0 lead here over Heritage Hills. We'll step aside in your home for Titan football. 89-1, the Bash.
I'm Jason Rainey, your Hobstadt, Indiana, Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Gibson Southern Titans on 89-1 The Bash. We're located at the corner of Vine and Hobb Streets in Hobstadt, or can be contacted at 812-615-5075 or by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Titan postseason football is underwritten by Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in memory of Linda Folsom. Al Lentz and the team at FC Tucker Realtors wish head coach Nick Hart and the Titans all the best in the postseason. For all your real estate needs, Al Lentz can be reached by phone at 812-598-3742 or online at allentz.fctuckermd.com. Al Lentz, FC Tucker Realtors, in loving memory of Linda Folsom and a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans. This broadcast of Gibson Southern Titan football on 89.1 The Bash is underwritten by Pro Rehab.
Did you know you can refer yourself to Pro Rehab? It's called Direct Access. You no longer need to call your provider for a referral. Now the first step is up to you. If you have pain or an injury, call them. Direct Access means Pro Rehab is just a phone call away.
Pro Rehab is a proud underwriting sponsor of Gibson Southern Titan football here on 89.1 The Bash.
Start of the fourth quarter, Gibson Southern leads 42-0 here over Heritage Hills. And it's a handoff on the right side here for the Patriots. And that is Evan Bowling, who takes it on the far sideline across the 35-yard line. And it's going to be a Heritage Hills first down at the Titan 36. So running clock here for the rest of this football game. Titans are going to win their first sectional crown since 2015 with a dominant performance here tonight over Heritage Hills. But still going to run this clock out down to 11:20 left to play. Under center is shipped. The quarterback tossed left side to Shane Staples. He's had a pretty good night. Trying to turn upfield on the near sideline, out of bounds near the 25-yard line. An 8-yard pickup there on first down. Brings up second down about 2. Well, a lot of winners have already been decided tonight. Memorial had a big lead over Northview last week. Check, got a score from that one?
I have a score for the Mater Dei North Posey game.
Oh.
28-7, Mater Dei, third quarter.
Oh. That's pretty. Mater Dei's a darn good team.
Mm-hmm.
Top 10 team in 2A. Second down and 2. Here for the Patriots. Bowling gets the carry up the middle. That's a big boy. Bowling is.
He's a bowling ball.
Yeah, he is. A fitting last name. And he's got a first down across the 25-yard line. But most games have gone final. I mentioned Owen Valley defeating Vincennes. Lincoln, Lawrenceburg getting the win over Brownstown Central. For Buff Jesuit over Western Boone. Tri-West over Danville. Really an upset there. Tri-West, the number 7 team in the state. Danville, number 4. So Danville's season is done.
I got a score update here.
Okay.
Evansville Memorial 24.
Wow.
Northview 0. Wow, in the fourth quarter. That's an interesting score.
Option run here for the Patriots. Going to be Meredith on the right side, and you'll get about 5 yards here to bring up second down and 5 coming up here. 9:40 left in this ball game, but it's going to be a big win there for the Tigers. 24-0 over Northview, and Northview is the team that upset Jasper back in the first round of sectionals. And everybody thought it was going to be a Memorial Jasper sectional championship, including you and me. But Northview pulled the upset, and now Memorial, not sure if you call that an upset, but big win for the Tigers. Second down and 4 here for the Patriots. Ship hands it off to Bowling, left side. Bowling uses a stiff arm and tries to bounce it outside, and is brought down at the 7-yard line. That's going to be enough for a first down. So first down and 10 for the Patriots. 9 minutes to go in this ball game. 42-0. Gibson Southern.
Also, I got a scoring update. And this is the matchup next week. Lawrenceburg 35, Brownstown Central 14.
Well, it's probably over, I'd say. And so Brownstown, that's Brownstown Central's first loss. Mm-hmm. They were 12-0. Hand off to Bowling up the middle, and Evan Bowling has a rushing touchdown here for the Patriots to snap that scoreless ball game. Makes it 42-6. So they'll attempt the extra point. With 8 minutes to go in this ball game. So as Kyler stated, a big lead for Lawrenceburg in that game over Brownstown Central. That means that Lawrenceburg is going to come here next week for the regional. The left-footed PAT here for the Patriots is up, and it is good. So with 7:49 left to play in the ball game, your score, Gibson Southern 42, Heritage Hills 7. here in the Sectional 32 championship game. We'll step aside on your home for Titan football, 89-1, the Bash.
Underwriting support for Titan football from Ours Cafe and Catering of Fort Branch. At Ours, they offer exquisite food within a relaxing environment at 104 North Main. The ambience does not end there, though. They offer catering services so your big event becomes an experience to remember with our outstanding staff and delicious food. The restaurant is open Tuesday and Wednesday from 10:30 to 2:30, Thursday and Friday from 10:30 to 9, Saturday from 4 to 9, and Sunday from 10 to 2. Ours Cafe and Catering, a proud supporter of the Gibson Southern Titans.
Mic up.
7:49 with the play in the ball game. Gibson Southern leading Heritage Hills 42-7. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. Gordy Limp is back at the studio, as a lot of the sectional championship games have gone final around the area. This one will be final here in about 8 minutes. And then we'll hit the road for the night and get ready for Lawrenceburg here at the Jewel next Friday.
Party at Sandy's Pizza later.
You going?
No. I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a party on the field here in about 8 minutes, and all these students storm the field. Kickoff return here for Michael Heron across the 40-yard line, and Heron with a nice return to set up first down and 10 for Gibson Southern. So once again, going to be the first sectional championship for Gibson Southern since 2015. This was their first sectional championship game appearance since 2018.
By the way, I just said I was ready to go home. Do not take that in the wrong way. It's just cold. It's just cold out here.
I will say.
It's just cold.
I will, as the weeks go on, I'm going to layer up more and more. Thinking next
just do not take that the wrong way. Do not be like that. I love being up here.
Next week, might have to go with the sweatpants, then the jeans, or the either maybe two
stockings.
Yeah, either one. I mean, it's
overalls.
I'm a little chilly. Hand off to Michael Heron up the middle. It's actually Devin Roberts, and he will spin his way across the 45 to the 46-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup there for Roberts. Under 7 minutes to go in this ball game.
You know, one name we didn't really say a whole lot tonight was Isaac O'Neill.
Yeah, and you know,
I mean, but like we didn't need to.
Well, well, when you've got Rory Helsley and Bray Malone in front of you, you know, it's not going to get a whole lot of targets. But you know, Isaac's one of those guys that when his number does get called, he makes some plays. Made a big catch last week in that game against Salem.
Exactly.
Has made some big plays this year. 6:15 to go in the ball game. Tanner Boyd, the quarterback keeper on the left side across midfield, now at the 45. Nice feed by Boyd all the way across the Heritage Hills 40-yard line to the 40 to the 35. First and 10 Gibson Southern. Really saw that speed there from Tanner Boyd.
He's got some legs.
He does. And numerous players on this Titans second-team offense have some wheels. You got Boyd, you got Michael Heron, you got Devin Roberts.
This should be just, instead of the B team, this should be called the speed team.
That was a good one. I'll give you that. First down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Boyd hands it off to Michael Heron on the right side. Heron looking for some running room, and he'll plow ahead for about a yard. Brings up second and 9. Now 5.5 to play in this one. 42-7. Gibson Southern in front. Lots of fans making their way to the parking lot.
You know, Cole, what I just said may have been the dumbest thing I've ever said.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, man. We got to have fun, man.
It's been fun this year.
It has.
You know, doing these games, and hopefully we're far from done. Boyd in the shotgun on second down and 6. Handoff to Devin Roberts on the right side. Roberts will get his way up to about the 31-yard line. Brings up third down. Third and about 7. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Well, Kyler, last time the Titans won a sectional championship, you were
in the 8th grade.
You were about, what, 13?
Do
some math.
Well, I was born 02.
Oh, my gosh, here we go. Tanner Boyd with the quarterback run off the right side, and Boyd will take it all the way to the 26 near the 25. He's going to be close to a first down.
I'd say about 13 or 14, yeah. Great math, Cole. Great math.
Well, I'm just pretty good with ages, when you're usually when you're in 8th grade, you're 13, 14 range. And
oh, man.
Down to 4 minutes to play in this one. 42-7, Gibson Southern with the lead.
What a night.
Yeah.
What a night.
It was all Titans early on. They had a 3-and-out on their first possession. You kind of raised an eyebrow, but didn't have much doubt after that. Down to 3:40 left to play in this one. 4th and a yard here for Gibson Southern, and Tanner Boyd goes under center, and it's a quarterback keeper, and Boyd is going to be close to a first down, depending on where they mark him at, right at the 25. And he will have enough for a first down, I do believe, and he will. First down Titans. 3:20 left to play. (42-7), Gibson Southern with the big lead over Heritage Hills. Patriots are going to end their season at 8-3. Titans will improve to 11-1. Boyd in the shotgun here on first down and 10. Hands it off to Roberts up the gut. Roberts will be brought down right away, right at the 25-yard line. And I'd say probably 3 more snaps as the fans start to make their way out onto the track from the student section.
That is a thick student section. My goodness.
Big turnout tonight, the Jewel. Second down and 10, and the shotgun is Tanner Boyd. They run the option left side. Boyd keeps it, runs it up the gut, and a nice run by Tanner Boyd again. Up to the 15-yard line. It's going to be enough for a Titan first down. Or is it? We're going to say he was just short. So third and about half a yard, down now to 2:09 to play. As you can start to feel it, fans are getting right up on the field. Gotta love it. Third down and short. Boyd will hand it off to Devin Roberts up the middle, and Roberts will break a couple of tackles across the 10-yard line. Devin Roberts up to the 6. First and goal, Gibson Southern. Under 2 minutes to go, and we'll see one kneel down, I believe. No, maybe 2 more kneel downs here, and this one will be final. 42-7, Gibson Southern going to be sectional champions here in about 90 seconds. The first of many, hopefully, championships the Titans can win. Of course, they had the conference championship they completed a couple of weeks ago. We're hoping they're not done here. Kneel down by Tanner Boyd. We'll need to do it one more time. 1 minute to go in this one. The fans are jumping. They're right on the track on the Titans sideline. Lots of smiles, lots of fist pumps. And one more play, and it'll be final. Boyd under center. He'll take the knee. And for the first time since 2015, the Gibson Southern Titans are sectional champions. They're moving on to the regionals next week. Final score, Gibson Southern 42, Heritage Hills 7. This Titan team with so much promise and so much potential will keep their season alive for yet another game. Another home game of that. They'll take on Lawrenceburg right here at the Jewel. The number 2 team in the state will welcome in the number 5 team in the state. The 2 teams meet near midfield to shake hands. And we'll start the celebration. What a game for Gibson Southern. Out the gate, a big first quarter. Brady Allen with 4 touchdown passes. 3 of them went to Braden Malone. As the Titans get done shaking hands, they now celebrate near midfield. Your sectional champion, Gibson Southern Titans. They're being awarded with the sectional championship trophy near midfield. You can't forget a phenomenal season by the Heritage Hills Patriots, finishing the campaign with an 8-3 record. And runners-up here in the sectional 32. Titan players right at midfield on the near sideline. The entire place on their feet. And the trophy is going to be handed off to Brady Allen. And the celebration has begun here in Fort Branch as the fans storm the field. And the 6'5" quarterback holding that trophy up in the air. 42-7, Gibson Southern, the winners over Heritage Hills here in the sectional championship. And they're moving on to the regionals for the first time in 6 years. We'll step aside here to get some post-game stats for you and some final scores as the Titans are moving on to the regionals here next week. We'll step aside in your home for Titan football, 89-1, The Bash.
Hello, sports fans. At United Fidelity Bank, we make it easy to bank with us. Our in-person friendly service provides peace of mind and worry-free banking. We offer checking and savings accounts with no hoops and no hassles and provide you the ability to bank anytime with our easy-to-use online banking platform. Our mobile app allows you access to your accounts on the go, and you can skip the trip to the bank with our mobile deposit. Plus, our business banking products are tailored to help your business grow. We invite you to come see the difference at United Fidelity Bank.
The Gibson Southern Titans are sectional champions for the first time since 2015. This is the United Fidelity Bank postgame show with Gibson Southern defeating Heritage Hills 42-7 here in the 3A sectional 32 championship game. Cole Carter and Kyler Gammon. And Kyler, what else could you really ask for? The Titans were able to put it away in the first half, let your first team guys take the second half off, and now get ready for a pretty good Lawrenceburg team coming to town next week.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy it for the weekend, but then on Monday, you gotta let this go and be ready for a regional championship, this time against a very, very good Lawrenceburg team. And first one in 5 years, though. Looking at tonight, 6 years, right? 6 years?
Yep.
First sectional championship in 6 years. Gotta enjoy it for this weekend. These kids work so hard in the off season, and they do such a great job, just preparing and training for the season. I know they do, and it's just awesome to see. As a former player, as a former alumni, it's awesome to see all around.
Well, and at the start of the season, this was something they knew was accomplishable, and there's a couple of more things they know were accomplishable here in the next couple of weeks. And obviously, you got to do one at a time. This was a very winnable sectional when it was announced. The Titans knew if they were able to get past Mount Vernon, it was, I wouldn't say easy, but it was going to be a very winnable ride. And that it was. A big win last week over Salem and a big win here tonight over Heritage Hills, one that was decided pretty much in the first quarter. But the Titans win it once again 42-7. This is the United Fidelity Bank postgame show. And once again, Titans will face Lawrenceburg here at the Jewel next week. It will be their third straight home playoff game. And, Kyler, we don't know much about Lawrenceburg. We'll learn some stuff throughout the week. Talking to head coach Nick Hart, we'll watch some film. But I can guarantee probably the toughest team the Titans have faced, besides maybe South Warren, but the toughest team the Titans have faced all year here next week.
Exactly. And, here we go. Here we go. This is where, because we knew kind of what some of the sectional teams would be. We kind of heard around them from the area, seen some in Heritage Hills, and, heard a little bit about Salem and Evansville, Bossy. We've heard about the sectional teams. Yeah. But this is where things really start to pick up. I haven't heard much about Lawrenceburg this year, other than the fact they scored 91 points in one game. That's really about all that I've heard of them this year. But other than that, it's going to be a great one. If you can't, obviously we will have it if you can't make it. But if you can make it, I would get here at the Jewel next Friday night.
Yeah, well, Lawrenceburg will have a 3.5+ hour drive all the way here to Fort Branch, but it should be a good one. We'll have it for you. If you can't make it out here, we'll be sure to bundle up next week as well, because it's going to be a cold one, but it's going to be exciting. Gibson Southern, once again, sectional champs for the first time since 2015. So we'll go ahead and wrap things up and hit the road tonight. I want to say a big thanks to Gordy Limp back at the studio. Our broadcast partner, Kyler Gammon. I'm Cole Carter signing off. We'll chat with you next week. Go Titans!